your fan following actually.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, आदाब, नमस्कार। आप तमाम का खैर मकदम है। आज हम पेश कर रहे हैं मिस्टर सुब्बैया नल्लामुथु, a retrospective of veteran wildlife filmmaker, director, producer, and cinematographer. It's a very tough field, and one have to have very long patience to watch wildlife and visualize the animal and all. It's a great opportunity to all the students of MANU as well as staff members of our center. He will tell us about his experiences he has faced during the 3 decades of wildlife filming. I now request our media center staff to present Manu Tarana.
ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। आओ सफ़र यहाँ से करे आसमान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। इल्मो कमाल फजलो शेयारो शूर तक फैली है दिल नवाज महक दूर दूर तक। मिलता यहाँ निसाब है सारे जहान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। हर नक्शो रंगो बू से करो अपनी गुफ्तगू, आजाद दरसगाह की है ये भी जुस्तजू। सब फासला मिटाते चलो दरमियान का, बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। से आगे बढ़ो, ख्याल मिला दो ख्याल से। चर्चा हो कायनात में हिंदुस्तान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। फसले सदा बहार से बस्ती बसी रहे, मिलकर दुआ करो कि ये खेती हरी रहे। साया रहे सरों पे किसी साहिबान का, आओ सफर यहाँ से करे आसमान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का, ये बाबे शहरे इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का।
ये बाबे शहर इल्म है उर्दू ज़बान का। दोस्तों, now I invite Mr. Rizwan Ahmed, Director IMC, to present his welcome address.
Thank you very much. A winner of country's highest documentary honor, Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award, and also winner of 5 national film awards, eminent wildlife filmmaker of the country, Mr. Nallamuthu ji, and all the esteemed guests working in this domain in city, organizing environment-based film festival, Mr. Rao, other wildlife filmmakers, my students, media center staff, very warm welcome to this retrospective. So first of all, my sincere thanks to you, Nallamuthu ji. Despite your busy schedule, you could sort of give us one day, which is really very, very important for my campus and all the people who are interested in documentary filmmaking, especially wildlife filmmaking. So just to set in background of this, during 2017, we created a program around cinema actually. The motive behind creating this program was how we can have a discourse around cinema in an academic setup. So we have been sort of trained in a certain way about cinema. The whatever we watch in a mainstream cinema theater, I basically call it popcorn cinema. I mean, we watch cinema in theater, television, and we enjoy it and we forget it actually. But I think the role of any academic institute is start something beyond this. So the cinema which we have been watching over the years, I call it basically passive cinema. But somewhere we need to engage ourselves into active cinema. So what is active cinema actually? So active cinema is something which triggers you to think and react. I mean, unless a piece of art, cinema doesn't trigger to think and react, I don't know what we are watching, whether we call it cinema or something else. I mean, it's up to you how to take a call on this. But it's very important for any academic institute that we have a very intellectual, creative discourse around cinema. So that was the motive of this program, how we can complement student studies with a definite program on cinema where we can have the intellectual discourse. So we've been organizing since 2017 a lot of film festivals. I mean, Indian Panorama Film Festival, we organize 5, 6 festivals, films from the countries like Iran, European Union. So we sort of provided an alternative space to my students where they can watch different content from different part of world, not only from different part of world, from the different part of India as well. So normally you don't see, Kannada film, Odia film, or Tamil film in mainstream cinema theaters. So you struggle to watch that, alternate content actually. So that was a space provided to my students, and this is the first wildlife film festival which we are organizing in our campus today. This festival has its own importance. I mean, nature is important to everyone. You cannot survive without nature. If there is a disbalance in nature, it will ultimately impact the human being. So wildlife filmmakers have been playing a very, very critical role to educate you about the nature. There are several layers of the nature which we don't understand, and ultimately we destroy the nature. I mean, there are a lot of intricacies. I'm sure Nallamuthuji will speak more on this. So while coming to this theater, we were discussing a very important concept which he has conceived recently. And I'm sure he's going to launch the country's first OTT channel, which will be solely dedicated to wildlife only. And this concept is really brilliant. I mean, his concept is not like, individual based concept. He wants to connect the whole wildlife community to this platform actually. Normally, if you look at the OTT platform, they are owned by, multinationals. So somebody, a single boss is taking the, final shot on behalf of maybe diversity all across the globe. But the concept which he was sharing with us, he is going to democratize, where the people will be involved at different level, which is really brilliant. And the kind of diversity, wildlife diversity, which we have in our country, which country has that diversity? But this diversity is available and in digital domain, is not available in digital domain. A lot of people, they have shot different things in different part of the country, but that is not available to the people in defined format. So how that content can be made available to the people, which can educate them at different level. So I'm sure this is going to do a very good service to the nation and then for the society as well. So with this word, I finish my this small comment here, and I wish you, great screenings. 4 films he has selected, 3 are short films and 1 is a full-length film. You are going to engage with these 4 films, and we are going to have interaction also with Nallamuthuji after that. I once again thank you, Nallamuthuji, for kindly gracing us on this occasion. And I also thank all the people who have come up from the city, my students and my staff members also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rizwan Sam. It's now time for the to present the memento and shawl. I request Director Rizwan Ahmed Saab to do the honors to Subbiah Nallamuthu. I now invite Mr. Dr. Mohammad Imtiaz Alam, Research Officer, Instruction Media Center, to introduce our guest.
गुड मॉर्निंग। मैं सर का इंट्रोडक्शन 2 अंदाज में कराऊंगा। एक तो जो उनकी बायोग्राफी है वो आपके सामने प्रेजेंट करूंगा, और कुछ हमारी अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन होगी 2 पैराग्राफ में, जो उनके वाइल्ड लाइफ के इंटरेस्ट को शो करता है। मिस्टर S. Nallamuthu is a distinguished Indian wildlife filmmaker and cinematographer, celebrated for his wonderful storytelling, and groundbreaking documentaries focused on majestic Royal Bengal tiger, With a career spanning over 3 decades, he has left indelible mark on both in national and international wildlife cinema. A graduate from prestigious Film and Television Institute, Chennai, Nallamuthu's expertise spanned feature films, documentaries, news, corporate films, and television series. His early work include Living on the Edge, India's longest running award winning environmental series, which earned a Padma Award. Driven by a passion for wildlife, Nallamuthu has produced critically acclaimed documentaries such as Tiger Queen 2010, Tiger Dynasty 2012 and 13, The World's Most Famous Tiger 2017 for National Geographic and BBC. His films often explore the intricate relationship between humans and the environment, contributing significantly to the wildlife awareness and conservations. Nallamuthu's cinematic innovations include being one of the first filmmaker in India to use 4K resolution for the wildlife documentaries. His award along with several national and international honors. Beyond filmmaking, he has contributed as a jury member for the prestigious Jackson Hole Wildlife Film Festival and chaired the Indian Panorama Film Festival in 2021. His technical expertise was further highlighted during his tenure as a high speed cameraman for the Indian Space Research Organization. In 2024, Nallamuthu was honored with the V. Shantaram Lifetime Achievement Award at the 18th Mumbai International Film Festival, recognizing his extraordinary contributions to the documentary and wildlife filmmaking. His work continues to serve as a benchmark for aspiring filmmakers and conservation wildlife. इसके अलावा जो मेरी अपनी प्रेजेंटेशन है, उम्मीद करते हैं आप लोगों को अच्छा लगेगा. मिस्टर नल्लामुथु मुमताज हिंदुस्तानी वाइल्ड लाइफ फिल्मसाज फोटोग्राफर हैं. आप एक अफसानवी शख्सियत के मालिक हैं, रोमांटिसिज्म वाले जो जिसको बोल सकते हैं. आप कुदरती हुस्न ये नहीं यानी नेचुरल ब्यूटी के दिलदादा हैं, रसिया हैं. जंगलों के चरिंदों और परिंदे आपको बहुत भाती हैं. खुसूसी तौर पर शेरों की खूबसूरती और उनकी मुख्तलिफ अंदाज़ कशिश, डिफरेंट क्रिएशन अबाउट दिस को कशिश आपको अपने तरफ बुलाती हैं. तभी तो चेन्नई से ग्रेजुएट होने वाला ये दीवाना शख्स मुंबई की चकाचौंध और तमिलनाडु की ठाठें मारते हुए समंदर से मबहूत नहीं होता, बल्कि बंगाल की खूबसूरती की तरफ खिंचा चला आता है. और यही नहीं, यहाँ के शेर और शेरनियाँ और उनके कदमों के निशान और उनकी जिंदगी की खूबसूरतियों की तलाश में लग जाते हैं. उनकी दीवानगी तो देखिए, इंसानों और जानवरों और कुदरती हुस्न के पेचीदा रिश्तों की खोज में बरसों कैमरा के लेंस के पीछे गुजार देते हैं और फिर देखिए नेशनल और इंटरनेशनल में अपना मकाम बनाते हैं. इन्हीं टेक्निकल एक्सपर्टीज की वजह से इनको इसरो भी जाने का मौका मिलता है और फिर मुंबई इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल से लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट का अवार्ड भी हासिल कर लेते हैं. तो आइए उनके और वाइल्ड लाइफ के दरमियान का रिश्ता क्या कहलाता है, उन्हीं की जुबानी सुनने की कोशिश करते हैं. लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, प्लीज वेलकम नल्लामुथु जी.
Thank you very much for everyone. Thank you very much for Swanji to give an opportunity to share my experience. I'm not good at speaking, but anyhow, it's a long journey. I'm a cameraman. Started from Film Institute, worked loads and loads of television program. You name it, I've done most of the stuff, all the channels worldwide. Then one day in 2006, I've decided to do something on my own. So this journey started actually. Before that, whatever I produced a lot of projects for others, all are award-winning project. So I thought I might as well do something on my own. So this is the first journey. As a cameraman, I took this advantage of going alone. So I thought wildlife is the only universe which is not explored from our country. But I used to work as a cameraman for National Geography, BBC, and Discovery. What happens is the end product will always be completely different. So I thought of telling our own Indian story from Indian perspective about Indian national animal. So that was missing. So end of the day, those days, just by saying saving the tiger in English, I thought it's not going to work. Might as well tell a story with our own regional language in Hindi. Why do we have to save the tiger in a storytelling format? So as a cameraman, I just had an experience of working with so many international organizations. I somehow learned this technical stuff from ISRO to opportunities from various countries. I picked up the camera. There was no one to help, no one to fund. Unfortunately, in our country, there's no platform for wildlife. We have to depend on this international organization. So idea is I sold some of my whatever savings, bought a camera, started filming on my own. That was the first journey, started from 2007. The journey was tough because I produced 6 wildlife films. All are self-funded films. Not even one was commissioned. There's no one commissions, no international channel commissions for an Indian filmmakers, even today. Very few. So that is a big, tough decision I took. The thing is, in India, all the forest department, if you want to film, you need to pay a commercial filming fee, which is approximately 20,000 rupees a day. So per day, you have to pay 20,000 rupees. You need a vehicle, you need equipment. It should be an international standard, otherwise you cannot sell the product. So overall, it's a big investment. It's a big risk. So I believed that tiger, which with an intuition I started. It somehow worked. The first one was very tough. It was the only one used to go to UK and US to pitch a story, managed to sell it. From that day onwards, I never looked back. So 6 films. So all my films, I spent 2 years, sometimes 2.5 years to make one film, to get 1 hour story. So what was missing is the whole idea was this travel is when we used to do 2 documentaries of those days, what was missing is stories. So since I'm from Film Institute, I studied films, cinema. I'm from cinema. I thought, why can't I add some entertainment and cinematic, essence and emotion into the documentary format? So that was the first effort which worked, and I started adding a lot of emotion into this, my personal, interpretations. So it became, and I avoided talking heads, no anchors, no presenters. I just started capturing these moments of tiger and put together and made a sequence, and that was the end result. The film which you're going to watch, which is my almost 5 to 6 years of follow-up of one tiger, which is I never expected that I will get this kind of a footage. This is the first film in the world we documented a tiger from prime to death. It's easy to make a tiger film with cubs playing around and running around and fighting and sleeping and feeding and dancing and whatever you call it. So this tough thing is to get a story of a tiger from prime to death. There's a lot of never been seen before footage. So after this, things have changed. Internet started ruling. OTT has come. So again, short forms instead of longer forms. People want a very small short forms. So I thought of doing a music video on tiger. I pitched the music video to all the international channel and Indian channels. It was rejected by everyone. So luckily, Times of India wants to do a campaign on tiger. So I told them I'll do a small 3 minutes video. It was again a first effort. Everyone was laughing at me, saying that you're making a joke out of tiger. So, but still I know that. I tried to explain from my side. The end result is they said, I said I can see the film when I was pitching. They said we cannot commission a film which only you can see. So I thought might as well I'll put together. We jointly with the music director and the lyric writer, we managed to put it together a 3 minutes film. It was 100 million views. Prime Minister tweeted it, and it was an opening film for G20. But it was, outstanding. So again, it was an entertainment. There was a story. There was an emotion. And yes, lastly, since I'm a cameraman, somehow I get good footage. So I always give my, at the end of the day, story matters because good visual is not going to tell a story. The story first. Nowadays, everyone's got a story, footage. Those days, there used to be a lot of value for footage. Nowadays, even if you got a good footage, there's no bias. End of the day, you need a story. So the idea is even a longer form has got a great storytelling. Shorter one is also two versions. One more third one is also a small piece of work to just to tell a message with emotion again. So these are the films you're going to see. What I want to say, end of the day, in a documentary filmmaking, what's working is storytelling. Even if it is an out of focus shot, even if it's a completely shaky footage, even if it's a NG shots, if they can tell a story, you always can make a story, whether it's a 2 minutes or 30 seconds or 1 minute or 1 hour. So that's an experience which I'll be very happy to share. Whatever the questions you want, I'm open to discuss what works, what is to be done in the small cameras and the internationally what works and what students can try to start. I'm very happy to share my thought. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and thanks for my old colleague, which I never expected. Surprisingly, they're all my old colleagues. I'm very happy to see everyone. Let's see the film and interact. Thanks once again. Thank you very much.
So maybe we can go down. Yes, sequencing like first anthem and then.
Yeah, I'll go. Film's got emotion. That's the only thing works. At the end of the day, even if you want to tell a message, that's what I believe in. That it really reached a lot of audience. The first one, that mother and cub, I followed that mother for I've shot it for 5 years. It's a 3-part series. It's from Tadoba. She had first liter. She had 2 cups. She lost both the cups. And after the second liter, she did again 4 cups. She lost all the 3. And this is the third liter. She had single cup. She lost this cup also, and she's also no more. Thing is, again, the reason is encroachment. For an ideal forest, what happens is, in a good forest, ideal forest, the male-female ratio is supposed to be 3 females and 1 male. In our country, most of the national parks, it's 1 female and 3 males. So it's a conflict of ratio issue. So that's a conservation message. That's a message which I wanted to tell. We need to, because the issue is why too many males is there's no space. Male need more space than females, and these males end up getting into females' territory, and they start killing these cubs. The conflict starts. So my thing is, I wanted to tell a story of a mother, how a mother is trying to save her cubs against all odds. It took 5 years for me to make it. I thought at least she'll survive. One of her litter will survive. So even my third one, I expected that last one. Unfortunately, she lost that also. The thing is, I would have continued it, but now she's also no more. No one knows what happened to that character. So we live with the character for 5-6 years. I'm in the process of editing it. Most probably I'll be doing this. That song is one small portion from that film. So to tell a story, it's a 3 1 hour. So that's an emotional part, which I don't want to mention in that song. So I just thought, let's do one happy film with the mother and cub. So that was the Times of India song. The second one is, again, I wanted to tell a story of how a tiger cub is growing up, from cubs to sub-adult to fighting. The third one is again a message. Again, that's the only way. There's no guarantee today a mother goes for hunting whether she comes back or not. So that's the status they're living in now. So I just want to tell a story from cub's perspective. माँ नहीं आएगा तो क्या होगा? Why? So that's the thing which basically to talk about coexistence. So again, my whole thing is to tell a story with the footage, and even you can compile it. It's all compilation from my archival because I'm filming tigers for last 17 years. So that's just 3 small capsules. So what you're going to see is again, it's the world's most famous tigers, Machli. Machli is a famous tigers. BBC did a film on Machli and Mother. So I followed Machli. So that's a thing. We can interact after that full-length film. There'll be a small break comes. That's because Hello. Yeah. Happy to take some questions because that's the best way to start. Sorry. With this one, I took more than 5 years. This Machli. While filming, I also produced 2 more films. But this journey with Machli was more than 5 years. Yeah. So the whole no, the whole film is shot from the vehicle. We are not allowed to get down. नीचे उतरने के अलाउ नहीं है हमारे पास. गाड़ी में है single camera. All shot with one single camera. When Machli death के time पे all the people were there. So that's a scene which हमने थोड़ा नीचे उतर के we just got some freedom to shoot. Otherwise उसको जो भी उसको पहले वाला पूरा गाड़ी से.
गाड़ी सर आपकी ओपन थी बिल्कुल.
हाँ, ओपन बिल्कुल.
ओपन गाड़ी बिल्कुल स्टार्टिंग से ही थी या बाद में आई?
नहीं, स्टार्टिंग से.
स्टार्टिंग से.
बिगिनिंग से ओपन है. We specially designed no seat. बीच में एक tripod with lenses. शुरू में से opening. What they have designed it because हमारा पार्क में in India we are not allowed to get down. So Africa is different. So इसलिए भी हमने एक डिज़ाइन हमने बनवाया. So 360 degree. एक शॉट मिलने के बाद तुरंत विल गो बैक. पोजिशनिंग इज ऑल ड्राइवर, नो ट्रेन्ड ड्राइवर. फॉर एग्जांपल लास्ट में जो कृष्णा था, चेस था, किल इधर हो गया, विद इन अ सेकंड विल हैव टू रीच इट. इट्स लाइक अ वॉर. एक बार सीक्वेंस मिल गया, देयर इज नो सेकंड थॉट. वी हैव टू गो. इट्स लाइक दैट. ऑल कंप्लीटली शॉट मैनुअली. कोई असिस्टेंस वहाँ चांस ही नहीं है क्योंकि असिस्टेंट को पता भी नहीं क्या होता है. बिकॉज ऑल 600 mm, 300 mm. So single camera use. नहीं, कभी कभी जाएगा तो वापस 2-3 दिन हो जाता है. कभी खाना लेके जाता है. कोई गारंटी नहीं है. कभी खाली खाना ही खाता रहता है, कुछ काम नहीं होता. कभी टाइगर मिलता भी नहीं है 10 दिन. कभी मिल गया तो ठीक है, नहीं तो नहीं. नाइट वी आर नॉट अलाउड. अभी नाइट हमारा अलाउड नहीं है. सो वो एक दैट इज वन प्रॉब्लम है. सो एक पर्टिकुलर कैरेक्टर को आप फॉलो करते हो. सो मेन इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ आपको रात को मिस हो गया तो मिस. ऐसे बहुत कुछ मिस हो गया होगा, मुझे पता नहीं. सो लकीली जो चाहिए था मिल गया. जो फाइट था फोर्ट बैकग्राउंड में. सो डे टाइम ओनली अलाउड है. सो दैट्स व्हाट वी पे एवरी डे पर डे परमिशन, सनराइज टू सनसेट. सो एक कैलकुलेशन है. आई मीन सो लकीली जो मिलना मिल गया. दैट्स वाई फिल्म. सो दैट्स वाई कभी तिल मिलने तक हम फॉलो करते रहेंगे. सो कभी 2 साल, कभी 3 साल, कभी 4 साल. मैंने सोचा नहीं मछली का वो डेथ मुझे मिलेगा. वो डेथ नहीं तो फिल्म नहीं है. या सो यस, नहीं करेगा. टाइगर कभी अटैक नहीं करता. नहीं, कुछ करता नहीं टाइगर. वो सब ऐसे एक मिथ है, नहीं है. टाइगर ऑलवेज वो कोशिश करता है कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अवॉइड करने के लिए. करता ही नहीं. हमारे इसमें 15-20 साल में कभी ऐसा कुछ इंसिडेंट नहीं है. अब देख लीजिए, इतना टूरिस्ट जाता है आता है. कोई टूरिस्ट कभी टाइगर अभी तो आज तक मारा नहीं कहीं. जो है गांव वाला है, जाता है. ऐसे कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जोन में होता है, नहीं तो कभी नहीं है. होल व्हीकल का पूरा देखता है वो. एक ऑब्जेक्ट नीचे उतरेगा तो फर्स्ट वो अलर्ट हो जाता है, अवॉइड करता है. उसके बाद एक वार्निंग होता है. उसके बाद होगा तो अपना संभालने के लिए कुछ अटैक तो करेगा. मतलब वो मार्क भी हो सकता है. लेकिन मैं नहीं करता हूँ क्योंकि मेरा तो मेन है, मुझे वो जो मोमेंट कैप्चर करना है. टाइगर शॉट्स लेने के लिए हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते. करेगा तो वो आर्टिफिशियल लगता है. इतना नेचुरल मिलेगा भी नहीं. वेट करेंगे. सो गया तो सोते रहेंगे हम, बाजू में खड़ा रहेंगे. तब तक उठेगा, उतना तक वेट करना पड़ेगा. कभी 2 घंटा वेट करो, कभी 3 घंटा वेट करो.
अच्छा, सर आप पहचानते कैसे?
पढ़ सर, कभी बहुत नज़दीक हो जाता है, कभी दूर है. फाइट होगा तो बहुत लंबा है, आधा किलोमीटर. लेंसेज है हमारे पास 1000 mm, 1200 mm. ऑल चेंज होता रहता है. वी कैरी सम 5-6 डिफरेंट लेंसेज. कभी बहुत नज़दीक आ जाता हम, नो पॉइंट पीछे आने का मतलब ही नहीं है. सेफ है. सेफ मतलब उनको भी पता है ये गाड़ी रोज आता है. नो
सर आप पहचानते कैसे हैं कि ये सुंदर है या कृष्णा टाइगर है?
सबका एक मार्क है. ये फिल्म में मैंने बोला ही नहीं है, लेकिन मछली का एक पैटर्न है ना, इसमें सबका एक पैटर्न है.
अच्छा
एक बॉडी में एक पैटर्न हो जाता है, उसमें पता चल जाता है. सो सबका अलग अलग पैटर्न होता है टाइगर का. अभी इसके बाद एक फिल्म किया था, उसमें एक कैरेक्टर था, उसका नाम है एरो हेड. उसको फेस में एक एरो था. फिर दूसरे का था लाइटनिंग रखा. सो पैटर्न ऐसे, लाइटनिंग ऐसा है. सो पैटर्न के हिसाब से हम एक पर्सनल अटैचमेंट के लिए हम उसको नाम देते हैं.
सर इसके शूट करने का पीरियड ऑफ टाइम कितना था और आप कितना गैप करके जाते थे और आप किस टाइम में शूट करते थे, इसके बारे में कुछ बताएं.
5 साल के ऊपर है. गैप ऐसा नहीं है, हम ऑलवेज उसको फॉलो करते रहेंगे, क्यों कुछ भी चीज़ मिस नहीं होना हमको.
इसके साथ आप
मंथली कभी 20 दिन, कभी 25 दिन, कभी बीच में एक बार थक गया था हम. फिर भी एक ट्रैकर होता है, फॉलो करता है रेगुलरली. हमारा काम ही वही है कि सबको मोबाइल में स्टॉक मार्केट का, आदमी को स्टॉक मार्केट के बारे में आता है ना. हमारा मोबाइल में पूरा देखो खाली टाइगर का ही होगा. यहाँ साइटिंग हुआ, यहाँ ये हुआ, यहाँ मरा, यहाँ आया, गया. सो उसमें एक ट्रैकिंग है कि जिंदगी इसी में चला गया. वही हमारा पूरा देखो व्हाट्सएप में पूरा वाइल्ड लाइफर्स है, ये कम्युनिटी है. वाइल्ड लाइफ लवर्स है, टाइगर लवर्स है. बहुत बड़ा कम्युनिटी है, डेडिकेटेड है, सुबह से शाम तक. नो, बहुत बड़ा कम्युनिटी है.
इसके साथ आप कुछ और भी शूट करते थे या सिर्फ आप इस फोकस
नहीं, खाली टाइगर है, एक ही है. एक ही है. तो हो गया तो फोकस चला गया, तो फिर स्टोरी चला जाता है. जब आप इन्वेस्टमेंट ही करते हो, वापस भी लेना है. आप 2 साल 3 साल टाइम लगाते हो, सो इसमें क्या है, आप चेंज दूसरा फोकस शिफ्ट करने में मतलब नहीं बनता. मे बी okay, yeah. Yeah, heart attack. When I was, yeah, Jaipur. 40 kilometers. I was collapsed when I was filming Machli. Yeah, I collapsed and they took me to Jaipur. They were declared dead. Finally, I have 2 stents. Yeah, it's like still I'm cut. Yeah, हो सकता है. I go, yeah.
So you like Tadoba or Ranthambore?
स्टोरी वाइज आई लाइक द वेरेबल कैरेक्टर है वहाँ है. मतलब तड़वा रंथम्बोर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बिकॉज स्टोरी है, टेरेन है, कैरेक्टर है, कितना एक्सेस है. थिंग इज रेगुलरली चाहिए होगा तो वी ऑलवेज लुक फॉर अ टाइगर विच इज लिटिल कंफर्टेबल. नो, ऐसे नहीं आते भागने वाला चीज. सो दैट्स वे तो थोड़ा टूरिस्ट से यूज्ड वाला टाइगर का हम सेलेक्ट करते हैं, फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग. वी पुट लॉट ऑफ मनी पर डे, कास्ट 50,000-60,000 rupees. No rental, boarding, everything you see. मेरा जो रेट आप जीरो रख तो फिर भी 40,000-50,000 रुपीज का आपका स्टे है. सो एक इन्वेस्टमेंट है, एक गैम्बल है, एक पैशन है, करना है. नहीं तो एक बार इट्स लाइक ड्राइविंग अ कार इन अ हाईवे. नो पॉइंट लुकिंग बैक. सेम स्पीड, थोड़ा स्लो किया तो someone will overtake, स्टॉप किया तो someone will hit you.
So you only focus on tigers or you're trying to do something else?
I did some film for Discovery in Western Ghats. It got 2 awards, but किसी को पता भी नहीं कि there was no tiger in that. It's about bizarre looking species in Western Ghats. There are some species looks very bizarre. Bizarre in sense like hornbill, slender loris, purple frog, elephant, and what do you call that? Lion-tailed macaque. So it's like people have done with other things. मैंने सोचा कुछ bizarre कुछ shoot करेंगे, but it's a very well made film. It's there for Discovery. I with National History New Zealand and myself. There are 6 part they did worldwide. I did the India part. It's a 6-part series. So I spent 1 year in Western Ghats. Outstanding series. Never been first time we got this purple frog mating. The purple frog is the one comes once in a year from the earth, mate, lay egg, then go back. That's it. So we waited. कहाँ से कब आएगा पता नहीं. So there was a tribals and वहाँ से mating, rituals, everything. It's there in Discovery. So like something different, but somehow उसमें stories that's purely naturalistic one. So खानी चाहिए था लोगों. So this is what works. So I can otherwise every species there's a story, but provided there's a market, because tiger का market है. because it's not easy to make film. So that's why internationally crew will not come and do. Recently, Disney spent 5 years to make one film with some 14 camera crew. There's no story. They couldn't get only tigers. It's called Tigers. It's there in Disney Hotstar now. 40 crore film, 1,500 days, 10 people crew. There's no story. We are not allowed to use drone. It's all top angle from the fort, but drone nahi hai. Abhi there are some places, some government allows, but here Ranthambore no. Drone is not allowed. Night is not allowed. Can't get down. All shot from the tourism zone. Non-tourism is not allowed. All the restriction you have to make it. What does that indicate? 2073? It's a number of tigers. 2073 is the tiger or year? Which I still forgot. Which one?
The length of the life of the machli.
No, tiger anthem, there is nothing. At the end, there is a image, a tail. Oh, that is a 50. No, sorry, that's a 50 years of tiger. See, there's a government has started a project tiger called 1973. So we produced last year. So that was, we completed 50 years. So 23 was, yeah, 20 years, yeah. It is 2023 hoga. Is it? Maybe Mr. I should check it. It's 50 years. It's a 50 years. Yeah, it's a 50 years. 5, 0, 0 comes, it's 53. I don't know. It's a 50 years project tiger. So it's a celebration of that. We made for that actually. I'll check it, double check it, but it's supposed to be 23. I don't know. It should be.
So, sir, it was a nice story. I have been to Bandipur and Kabini. In Kabini, I had observed a tiger when we were in the bus and one jeep was in front of us.
Was it?
Tigers.
Okay.
It made a kill the night before and it was passing there. The forest officials told it may come back with the cubs, but didn't come back. But it was like the tiger is the only animal that is not scared of humans, or it's like it just cares less. Any other animal which you went?
Most of the animals, that's true. Most of the animals, unless if you go and disturb them, they have their own problems. There's no need to come and attack, and there's no need to get into your life because it's too many. They don't want to get into conflict because it's very, honestly speaking, it's very simple. Just they avoid conflict. I've seen, sometimes if you go, for example, there's one tiger. I used to go every day, cross that, hill and valley I have to go. One day I was going, I stopped in the top of the valley. The tiger was sitting in the middle of the road. The minute he saw my vehicle, just got up, side में गया, मेरा गाड़ी गए, then वापस आके बैठ गया. It knows that this guy is regularly going. It's a completely different tiger. So they're very clear. They have their own problem. And we are the one complicating by saying, is tiger आएगा तो मारेगा. No, there are some incidents. Every incident को पीछे एक back story है. If you see, उसमें कुछ ना कुछ होगा. ऐसा नहीं है tiger is a man eater, man killer, man eater. I hardly know ये सब तो obviously they kill sometimes. Sometimes they try to eat little bit. That doesn't mean that man eater doesn't mean that रोज आके मार के खाता है. नहीं. It's a man killer. Obviously, he has to, she has to protect. So that's the whole idea of making this film, comfort, distance, everything. The whole idea of making this sort of positive films is this sort of a question arises, then it answers, then you'll know. No, otherwise there's no point of telling save this tiger and we need this, and no one is going to listen.
So this 20th we are going to Tadoba
Okay.
for 4 safaris. One particular journalist suggested that have your GoPro so that you can get some videos. Any suggestions?
Which area? Core you're going?
Core. So
There's one mother with 2 cubs. GoPro is a wider angle. I don't think you'll get anything.
No. I have my 180-600
Right,
Nikon lens.
Nikon, yeah.
With a
So
Z
GoPro
bar.
is basically, it's just making help.
Yeah, in case
Yeah,
it comes closer, it won't
come
have
closer,
it
it's fine. Then you should include the jeep. So at least then only you can make out this. So this one shot of Machli which is crossing, there is a little foreground, there is a jeep. That's all. That gives, and a lot of shots I have, but I've not used it because then what happens is, people say, just one shot is enough. she is closer. Then you just use the shot of her looking at. One is enough. But if that helps to make
Yeah,
the story, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
so,
obviously. GoPros.
and then just one last question.
GoPros is always the enemy for us because they are the one spoiled most of our storytelling. Good, carry on.
So I mean, I'm planning two lenses. So what 70-200 in case any animal comes closer, and 18600 two bodies. Otherwise, it's impossible.
Most of the Indian parks, I'm telling you, I used to work with a photographer called Chris Bronskill. Outstanding photographer. You can check it. BBC's best cameraman, best photographer. Jaguar, he's a king. He worked with me twice. Sometime he worked. He comes with only one lens. Just 400. That's it. And 128 pocket mein rakhta hai. In that 400 he manages. One monopod and 400. All his photographs are outstanding. Fixed lens.
Yeah, so f4. That,
These all the other things I mean, I'll tell you one thing. There are some shots you can see some zoom. Some. I carry one zoom. If there is, for example, the fight, that Machli, that Sundari and this, the single camera, you can see wide, close, layered, everything. There I know there's going to be a fight. That's the only place I use a zoom. Because I know I need to build up. I need a sequence. Otherwise, it's very easy to just keep a wide shot and leave it. You will not get that feel, that build up and going. And we take a risk. You know that when there's a leg, I was there close. One bounce, I lost the shot. But still, we'll take a risk because that's the only way you get a sequence. So that particular place, you can have a zoom. Otherwise, it's simple one lens. You know what happens is, that complicates you. The minute tiger comes, you will think, ye le lu, ye karu, wo karu. No. You know that you got only one 400 mm or whatever the blood or whatever one lens. You know the limitation. You will end up visualizing something according to your limitation. You'll get a shot, period. All the other things that we need this and that and everything, which complicates, expensive, and it's too much. I have only block lenses. I have 280, I have 400, I have 100 mm, everything. Only one zoom because single camera. If there's another camera, obviously two people can do. We can't afford to have one more vehicle.
Right.
And you cannot have a same kind of a thinking cameraman the way I think, because that people say, sir, why can't we put 4 or 5 cameras to make it? No, we need a thinking cameraman. We don't need an operator. We just operate it. We need to have that, tilt up to this and get this movement and shoulder. We need a lot of stuff because you're building, we're editing there, we're shooting. This is going to come, and this whole film is back edited. Back edited means when I was completely traveling with one story of Machli, finally I got a death. So we reworked the whole story from back edit. We never expected that. So that's why we build up. The time is running up, It's like same film like Gandhi. Opening shot. They killed Gandhi. That's the whole reason I was sitting, how she died. How we killed Gandhi. So these all psychology of one shot. That one shot made a lot of difference because we said she's good, she's this, she's that, and finally time is running out. You will be sitting. You will definitely make sure to see the whole thing till the end. So these small moments is important. The lens is like now everyone is carrying it because that's the reason I always feel bad for these still photographers because they're more passionate and they're more hard workers than us. Because they always think they want more quantity. No, it's not going to work. You cannot. You take one shot, sometimes that one shot can tell a brilliant story. There are a lot of one single photograph made great stories. So GoPro is just for yourself.
Record shots.
Yeah, shot and one lens. Try it this time.
Actually, when I went to this last trip to Bandipur and Kabini, we saw a huge tusker, right? Very close, probably where you are at, and our Jeep was here. I couldn't shoot it because of my 150-600. That time I had a 600.
Telephone works only in a wider angle.
So that's
closer.
That's why I was thinking have two bodies. One with an old body at 70-200 secondary, main one with a 180-600, so that the large far is obtained, and whenever something comes closer, if you're lucky.
No, the thing is, again, I have seen most of the elephant wider shot. Most of my television, that's what people started. The limitation for the tourist is they're always happy when they see through binoculars. So they thought, what is missing for an audience? For an audience, what is missing is that close-up, the detailing. So that's the reason I take one wider just to establish a place. Then you go close. Because if you see animals in close, look, the whole perspective is different. You tell a different story. Half of your problem is solved because visually it is stunning, it is new. The machli coming in, sleeping, the frame, eye and the tongue and the nose, it's like one small thing. You'll be surprised to see something new. So half of your problem is solved. You need to tell something. We get away with that. No? So try elephant. On that day, you would have tried elephant with only that close-up lens.
I did get some shots.
You should do the whole thing. Then take one shot. सबके पास elephant तो wide है because elephant बड़ा तुरंत wide angle डाल दो खींचो. Okay, unless there's a good background, there's something is there crossing a river, maybe in the sky. You know, they're all different. Otherwise, there are some films I've seen fascinated shots of elephants in wrinkles and small eyes and close-ups are out. Yeah, see, and underground and lake and what's all. So, see, the minute you what I always say, minute you see, we shoot every day. Like we always sit in the vehicle. 15 years I'm sitting in one vehicle, same vehicle, maximum. I have a limitation. I have this much lens. And मैंने tiger चलते हुए हजारों बार देखा है. So we always see, the minute you see through the viewfinder, you'll say how to avoid, because all the shots हमने ले ली. We always think, how to take a different shot. And the tiger तो चलता रहेगा. You cannot ask a tiger to go left and right. So there immediately we see जो अभी तक किया ही नहीं. We try it. Out of 10, 9 will be out of focus or some problem. That one shot is going to tell a story. So you try to break the so-called monotonous of way which everyone sees. You see it in a different perspective. You will get it. Another thing is, if you have a destiny, you will believe in it, you will get it. There's nothing wrong experimenting.
So just last one question, sorry. So in Sundarbans, sir, in Sundarbans, I've heard about because of the ghats and the cremation, the bodies that flow.
That's why they say it's wrong myth. I don't know. They say they eat flesh and stuff.
Just
where is Ganga?
your
And where is-
perspective on it. I just want to know
It's
your
a salty. The terrain is tough. There may be possibly, but the whole terrain is different. But nothing to do with some dead body. Flesh is floating all the way to Sundarbans, and I don't know. There's no proof. I mean, Sundarbans is a place. It's completely different. The salty, the terrain, tough. A tiger also adopted a tough situation. But have you ever seen any Sundarban tigers eating a flesh? No, I don't think so. Where is Banaras? Where is Sundarban? It's too far. Ganga, it's like, yeah, this is if people say, they eat. Yes. Welcome over.
So you suggest prime lenses are much better than zoom?
Sharper, challenge,
Okay.
expensive. If you have a lot of money, buy one good lens.
Okay.
I think for most of the national park, 400 is enough. It solves. I mean, mostly you go to gym carpet. Gym carpet, you keep a wider and closer. You need long lens. You can keep a doubler. There are some Apo-based doubler, Apo series, which is more or less little expensive. Even if you don't lose
The quality.
quality and the light also. Small doubler, worst come worst if you want something. And again, go for a RAW with, again, good bitrate cameras. Instead of buying putting lenses, go for a better bitrate cameras. You guys may be having 10-bit, go for 12-bit, 16-bit. I shoot in 16-bit so you can crop. That you can do it in post. Single, comfortable, no logging, nothing. Just go, come back, and you challenge. I mean, that's the best way. 400 is enough. 280, 300. I love through 280.
Okay.
I have a 280 most of the time, but I use all Leica lenses, all manual lenses. I don't use auto. So like I can't use auto camera at all. All manual focus. So coming head on also manual focus. With all muscle memory.
Yeah.
Because you keep shooting on a daily basis. पता चल जाता है. All muscle memory. There's no assistant, no focus pillar. Even everything is like after a point that you try it. Automatic like a laptop, like a piano, it just works.
Okay.
But you need to keep shooting.
How far is your film on Sarascreen come?
Sarascreen still I'm waiting for the mating scene.
Yeah.
I got everything.
Kailash told me.
Yeah. Mating is maybe this year I'll finish it. That's a brilliant sequence I got. Outstanding sequence. Zara's never been done. The first chick, when she comes out, and he's waiting for the second one to come. The minute second one comes, the first one kills it.
Really?
Yeah, on camera. It happens once out of 100, I think. I wanted to get it. That killing instinct starts from the day one. It kills. Mother was there. Got it. So I was following 3-4 different cranes. So somehow managed to get one. So that's the idea. There's a story. It's like the mother used to feed this cub. No, 2 दिन में कुछ भी होगा तो भागने के लिए. So she keeps feeding proteins. And she hatching the second one. That feed, the protein feed करता है, 2 दिन में this become stronger and kills it. She's like.
Now that comes, when you shown the picture where the cub is held by the mother and taken around, does she hold only the weakest one, or
that story? If you see, it's also again in Disney outside. It's called The Clash of Tigers. That was the weakest one. She carries cub, crosses. What happens is I was following it. Other 3 are dominant, strongest one. She had 4 cubs. She crosses the lake and she comes out. She had only 3. One was swallowed by crocodile. So 1 week, to save the weaker, she lost the stronger one. And what happens is, I followed her for 18 months. The weaker one is underdog, was bullied by 2 other dominant cubs. The underdog one became stronger and started fighting with 2. Finally, I fought with the mother and chased the mother out from that, and the weaker one became stronger and got the territory. That was the story.
Oh, fantastic.
It's unimaginable. We thought the weaker is going to be out.
Right.
You see, it's called Clash of Tiger.
Okay.
So the weaker one finally becomes stronger. So mother wants the territory. What happens? Mother was fighting. There are 2-3 fights. And finally mother decided the cubs are not going to leave. So one day mother comes. She fed that
Weakest one.
sub-adult, and called the other one. She fed the other one also. Then she left. So tiger mother feeding a sub-adult is not easy to get. We got it on camera. So that was the last message to that cub, a sub-adult. Bye-bye. After that, she didn't come back at all. Krishna, the same Krishna which she ruled it. So that's a film which again followed 2 years. It's called Clash Between Tigers. It's how a weakest one becomes stronger. So everything is story. Because see, after 4 months, we come to know that, this is the weakest one. Then the whole story changes. Usko pehle we thought, okay, 4 cubs hai. Let's do one film with 4 cubs. After 2 months, you lost 1. Then 3 cubs. Then we get 3 cubs. We almost spend some 10-12 lakh usme chala gaya. I said, okay, stay. Then suddenly we realize it's the weakest one. Okay, still continue. So that's the way it works. It's like, I mean, a lot of people ask, sir, tell me, is it a good career to start with? But I always say, even you can shoot. Nowadays, you've got so much cameras and small cameras. As long as if you can tell a story. I mean, I always tell people to learn how to tell a story. That's the biggest problem in our country. We have never learned how to tell a story. Everyone,
in spite of having Ramayana, Mahabharata and all that.
Yeah, that's what. Even if you watch it and try to take some inspire from that and tell a story, which is not happening. It's easy to operate cameras. Okay. I'm telling you, anyone. I can challenge you. You send me anyone. Ramesh knows, because we can train to operate a camera in 10 days. How to operate it. Okay. But it's very 10 days. But with that, how to tell a story is maybe 10 years. 10 months, who knows? That depends on the individual. That's what first. You never read books, or not me. I mean, for me also it's all experience, still learning, and still for me, so stories, I'm getting it. I overshoot a lot. Still, again, because it's all bigger nature. It's not in my hand. So I always say, instead of learning, instead of wasting time on buying equipments and this thing, that money, if they can spend to watch films. That's what the festivals every day make sure watch one film. That's what the institute they teach. Okay. We watch one film a day, period. 83 to 86, our job is only to watch film. Whatever the film. Why the film is good, why it didn't work. Kya problem hai? That's true. There's one more thing which I always go, there's a theater in Chennai called Blue Diamond. The good thing is, it's a brilliant theater. Anytime you take a ticket and go. 50 rupees, एक बार अंदर जाओ, बस का टाइम 1 घंटा है, 1 घंटा वॉच करो, go back. What they do is they project the same film again and again, morning to evening. Loop. Light भी नहीं आता है. So what we do is we go see the first film only for sound, second only for photography. पूरे दिन, because we are students. और बस एक बार बाहर आ गया तो फिर वापस जाने के लिए 50 रुपया नहीं होता है, तो might as well 150 rupees में we'll see all the films. The idea is to watch, put it, fit into a system. That's what storytelling counts. We again watching, observing, understanding why. The same film you see it with the sound, without the sound. Without sound, if you see, I think 40% of shots in short, I will be walking. I'm telling you now, it's there in Disney. Put on the commentary and see it. But we tell a story with this body language, different shots. So why it worked? So that's what we watch it. So storytelling, the only things I always tell people to learn, sequencing. Cameraman has to be, wildlife mein cameraman is a director, producer. That's why it works. I cannot have a producer sitting next to me with 400 lens on the monitor, and she cannot ask me. That's one reason I was sick and fed up of these producers and directors. I thought, might as well let me go, shoot, because there's you got a freedom, Then you know where to take, what shot, because in 800 usko pata bhi nahi hai what I'm shooting. That's why no assistant. There are a lot of assistants used to come and sit. Exactly after 2 months, he'll say, sir, mujhe pata nahi, main better hai, to koi samajh mein nahi aata kya shooting karte ho. And I used to tell them, boss, hey, kaam kar. I'm shooting there every day. Jake, when I'm transferring it, watch it. Then come back. When I edit it, GC, watch it, how I'm managing it and manipulating it and putting it and making a story. It's not that you're sitting next to that, give an exposure, because nowadays most of the cameras got 2-3 stop underexposed. You can Machli. I'm telling you, I'll show you the Machlis. I was telling someone yesterday, it's 3 stop under. 3 stop under. Machli's raw footage is 3 stop under. Yeah, no light. Early morning it was there, no light. 3 stop under, because latitude cameras are brilliant, 16-bit. Sony just pushed it, not even one single grain. So exposure is not an issue. So that we learned from our experience in films division and stuff. We just lift the lens and put 16 and we just go, because it's all judgment. So that issue is not there. Focus is a muscle memory. You are alone. So what you need to concentrate is to tell a story, isn't it? And there's a trained guy, and you keep giving command. So that's what happening. One needs to do. Which लोग करता नहीं. लोग people say head on में जाना है, हमको exposure करना नहीं, वो तो होता नहीं. हम तो So these things is very important to tell a story. That if you see international people, they come, they get some 5 shots, they make a story. Oh, that's it. Oh, brilliant. They're brilliant storytellers, no doubt. We have to accept it at the end of the day.
So in India, do you think wildlife photography could be a career? Is it possible?
It depends. If you can tell a story, yes. That's why I'm planning for this sort of a platform, which we're having a content.
Okay.
They can upload it, and they can become a part of a community. Something which I'm trying it out, because it's like आपके पास होंगे बहुत कुछ footage होंगे अभी, बस किसी को पता नहीं इसको क्या करना है. Wherever I go, they'll say, sir, how do we monetize it? So this idea is, so I started for myself. I got so much footage. So people can put their own stuff, and we try to monetize it. Or maybe we can try to make a film out of it, become a community. And maybe if you're a good processor and Ramesh is a good cameraman and he wants to do color correction, you can help him and some sort of a professional. It's the community can do together. That's what I'm just trying to planning to create a community, so that in 4 or 5 years, we all will have all the good content of India will be with us. So then we can make a lot of films. It's a new approach. But anyhow, I'm making it because still I'm working out. I'm just trying to get suggestions from them, because it's in the process of, how do we finalize it? So there's a lot of, copyright issues. At the end of the day, even if you come to the platform, you own the copyright, you can keep it. We'll give an exploitation rights. The problem in international agencies from Indians is they want authenticity, copyright issues. So we need genuine people. I say, Yambi Vejo, then so all these things. So, but hopefully we always find a solution. That's a plan actually.
The platform will be what, OTT or?
It's more or less OTT. It's called iwild.com. It's OTT only. OTT stock will be there. Short films, everything. Workshop. Anybody can upload. It's a workshop. If you want to do a workshop, you can upload it. Even a mentor, if you want, if you're a tour operator, you can come. The community person will get some sort of a concession. If you have Votlarian, you can come. They get less. So basically, the community gets. It's not a tourism thing. It's only for content creators. You're not going to book safaris and stuff. Maybe empanel some tourist guys, and if you are a content creator, if you want, our empanel guy will do it for you in a reasonable cost. It's for everyone. It's like we a community meet once in a month and discuss what works, what is not there. It's a trial, because anyhow I have got so much of unused footage which I wanted to tell a story, and today future is going to be digital, no? Yeah. But the idea is after 2-3 years, we need to give content to international people. But nowadays, what happened, Getty, if you put any shot, they take 80% and we give 20%. I just want to reverse it, no, saying that we give them 20%. But a lot of content is there in the country. It's an approach. You'll see.
Both still and
everything. Okay. Best till stills. I'm trying. I mean, you can go through it. You see. I just want suggestions. Not started. I'm understanding people's, feedbacks, so that I can tune accordingly. It's called iWild. It's like I am the wild. It's I am the wildlifer type.
I have a question for you. The last question.
Yeah.
So, how do you see the future for wildlife photography? Do you see AI is a threat?
No, I don't think so. I think AI can be used in a very clever way. As long as AI cannot. There's no emotion. I don't think AI cannot do any emotional stuff. As long as, for me, I have no problem. It's not a threat for me because I'm feeling it. I'm trying to tell a story with emotionally. I don't think AI can do that. Maybe future, but as of now, I don't think so.
And in social media, we come across a lot of content which is unreal and made with graphics or AI and all. But how do we ensure the common people doesn't
see after a point it will be saturation ho jayega. I have a very strong feeling that people will be asking where is the original content. Kahan hai? They'll at end of the day they'll look for it.
They'll come here.
They'll come. So yeah, that's what we need to have the capacity to survive for 3-4 years. You can make out, after a point they also want something, real. Even if you see Netflix, an original story, Netflix original, real story, even the cinema. So that's we'll end up. So till that time, we just try to take an advantage of the technology. For me, a voiceover. Now I don't need to go anywhere. Yeah. If I have some idea, thought, I just tell the AI to put it together and put it. So all this, you will use it. But at the end of the day, when you put it together for an audience, kind of a film we make, emotional film, I don't think it helps. Recreating stuff, it works. For example, आपने 15 साल पहले एक था, आपने बोला नो व्हेन आई लोग बोलते हैं ना मेरे टाइम पे इतना था नो व्हेन क्रोकोडाइल इतना था अभी तो 2 ही है. So if you want to talk about that particular visualization to recreate it, obviously you can use that to tell a story. A lot of way to we need to take advantage of that. Again, how you tell us, it's all how you going to finally convey the story.
I have another question like this. A couple of weeks ago, I attended a conference in Bhopal about lesser known species.
Species, yeah.
So these people are more connected to exotic species. So if you want to make more palatable content for common people, sugar-coated pill, whatever, about the lesser known species, what could be the best way to do that? So
recently, I've also trying to pitch a thing about backyard wilderness, rooted, जो grassroots rooted, अपना, for example, native species. We're planning to take some celebrities. Most of the celebrities from Tamil Nadu is all from villages. They are all big celebrities. But all the celebrity के पास एक हमारा गांव में एक slender laris tha. So I thought of taking them to see their own native species and make them as a native ambassadors for that species. No, it's very lesser known or whatever it is. Like then him saying that, no, it's like again you need to find a way to tell a story, to stitch it, to travel, add celebrity into this, and even if you get one shot, it is fine. But the whole idea is to, he is very proud. My grandmother used to say, So finding a way like that, a lot of way to find a offbeat. I like it. The issue is cheaper. Hotels are very cheap. Offbeat travel में भीड़ नहीं है. Less fee, no crowd. But if you get a good story, it works. Lizards work, desert works. There's always a buyer. Always there's a lot of demand in what do you call exotic species footage. But people know tiger के पीछे है ना, because most of the thing what happens in tiger में मुझे मिला है. मैंने पहले टाइगर को देखा है. एक घंटे मेरे साथ ही था, उसी में आधा लाइफ has gone for them. For them, that's why I call it I wild. For them, they'll be happy. I am the wildlifer. So they don't want to go out of this. That's a problem. India has got so much. So much we can create. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for listening to my Bhashan.
Thank you, Mr. Subbiah Nallamuthu garu. We have seen films, your dedication, your hard work and all, and it's paying you in return also. And you said watching films can build up narratives and you can tell the story in a more far better way. And it's time now to propose vote of thanks. I invite my colleague, Engineer Shakil Ahmed, to come on dais.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। सबसे पहले मैं बारी ताला का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ जिसने ये मौका दिया हम लोग को कि ये प्रोग्राम को मुनाकिद कर सकें। इसके बाद मैं वाइस चांसलर प्रोफेसर ऐनुल हसन साहब का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ और हमारे रजिस्ट्रार एसके इश्तियाक साहब का शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ कि इस प्रोग्राम का इनकाद करने के लिए परमिशन दिया। इसके बाद अपने गेस्ट स्पीकर एस नल्लामुत्तू साहब का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ कि सर आप हमारे मानू का इन्विटेशन कबूल किए और इस यूनिवर्सिटी में आए और इतना अच्छा फिल्म दिखाए कि हम सब मंत्रमुग्ध हो गए थे। तो इसके लिए आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। हम इस प्रोग्राम का कन्वीनर मुजाहिद साहब का भी शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं कि आपने ये प्रोग्राम में बहुत मेहनत की है। और इसके बाद अपने डायरेक्टर साहब रिजवान अहमद साहब का शुक्रिया करते हैं कि इस साल में 4 प्रोग्राम अभी तक हम लोग कर चुके हैं और ये 4 प्रोग्राम इसी महीने में हम लोग किए हैं करीब करीब। तो इसके लिए आप लोग डायरेक्टर साहब के लिए तालियां बजाएं। शहर से आए हुए अपने मेहमान का भी शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं कि सर आप लोग आए और यहाँ की रौनक बढ़ाइए। और इसके बाद मैं अपने स्टूडेंट का और अपने स्टाफ का भी शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं। आप लोगों के बगैर ये प्रोग्राम पॉसिबल नहीं था। आप सबका बेहद शुक्रिया। थैंक यू। आप चाय के लिए आए हम लोग के साथ बाहर में।